I like it when you're in charge.
So there's still 6-2. This first question is I guess from 6-2. It's one of those conceptual questions.
Ooh.
Yeah, makes you think. So he tells you that you have a sample where you have less than 30 people, and he's asking what requirements must be met in order to assume that you have a normal distribution. So from what I understood in the book is that
That's how I read it.
in my book anyway, it said that either the sample has to be greater than 30 or your population has to have a normal distribution.
Right.
So one or both requirements has to be met. In this case, your sample is less than 30, so you know that requirement's not met, which means that the other requirement that does have to be met is that your population must have a normal distribution. Because one or both of those has to be met.
Gotcha.
So I would say the answer is A.
Okay. And I think I do have the answers to this. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a question somewhere over here.
Yeah,
It's
in there
similar,
somewhere.
but
Right.
I think that's the general idea. Just know that the requirements are that your population, your sample,
Right.
has to be greater than 30, and or your population must have a normal distribution.
Okay.
So just concept, I don't know. Number 2, we already did a question like that. So
Okay.
we'll just skip to number 3.
All right.
They want you to find the z-score. So anytime you're asked to find the z-score, it's going to be an inverse norm question. All you need to know is the area to the left of the z-score. In this case, he gave you the area of the region to the right of the z-score. So you know that you're going to have to subtract this number from 1, right?
Okay.
And then you'll do inverse norm of that number.
Right, because you're looking for the area on the left.
Yeah, because whenever you want to do inverse norm, you're always going to need the
left
area
side.
on the left.
Right.
So, did you want to write on these?
You can.
Okay.
If you want.
So you're going to want to do inverse norm of 1 minus 0.4483. And again, because it's a standard normal distribution, you can leave out the mean and the standard deviation. So you'll just do second bars and then number 3 of 1 minus 0.4483. And that will give you 0.129, which since it's a z-score, you want to round it to 2 decimal places. So you would put 0.13. And that should be the answer. Don't know if it is, but
It should be. It should be. I trust you.
Okay. Number 4. Okay, so they tell you have a standard normal distribution again. Find the percentage of data that are more than 2 standard deviations below the mean or more than 3 standard deviations above the mean. So they're asking you to find the percentage. So right away that tells you it's going to be some type of normal CDF question.
Okay.
And then it helps to draw the picture. So you know the mean is 0. They're concerned with the amount
I got it
that's
all. I wanted to pause, but I couldn't find the button. Go ahead, just keep going.
they're concerned with the amount that's more than 2 standard deviations below the mean. So here's 2 standard deviations below the mean. So they want this. And they also want 3 standard deviations above the mean. So here's 3 standard deviations
Getting
above
kind of
the mean.
demanding here.
Yeah, right? They want a lot of things. So they want you to find those 2 regions.
Okay.
So again, you can either do this region separately and then this region separately and add them together, or you can do this middle region and then just subtract that from 1, which is, I think that's easier.
Okay.
So if you do 1 minus normal CDF, you're going to need a left number and a right number. So your left number can be 2, or negative 2 because it's
Right,
to
it's
the
on
left.
the left.
So negative 2 comma 3, and then that should give you your answer. So 1 minus second bars number 2 negative 2 comma 3, and that gives you this number. So 0.02410. That should be the answer.